recently I sat down with local Baltimore resident, Cleveland Leon, a Vietnam vet, never married, no children, obviously then no grandchildren. Actually just checked out of a local mental hospital about 3 weeks ago. But during his time there, he found the time himself to write a children's book. And even though the contents of the book are pretty sketchy and in no way it will ever be published by a legitimate publishing company, the man himself is pretty interesting. So why don't you come join me and have a little sit down with Donnie. So, Mr. Leon, I see that you've written a children's book recently. Would you like to tell us about it?
Yes, I would, Donnie. Thank you very much for this chance. I was in a war when I was 9. They said I was old enough to fight. So I did a children's book relating to it. And my inspirations were what I saw throughout this war and what the government is doing to our citizens. So I decided to put it all into a children's book so the children, before they are brainwashed by our government, will be young enough to realize what's going on.
Mr. Leon, if you don't mind me asking, what is the name of the book?
So, Mr. Leon, there's no smoking in here.
My assistant will take care of that. To Kill a Hummingbird. The prequel.
To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the To Kill a Mockingbird film?
Twice in Nam.
Is this a common film to show in Vietnam?
Well, you know, they wanted to show it to realize the symbolism between the government and what they're doing to our country. And Agent Orange is still in my head is why I twitch, if you're asking. Government wanted us to come back dead. And I'm freaking out about it, and I think the world needs to know.
Whoa, let's back up a second. What did you say was the cause of your twitch?
Agent Orange. Before, ancient symbolism of the Greek mythology once told us that government members will try and take over our country, this great America that we live in today. What was the question?
So this children's book, do you have any children or grandchildren that you screened it for first? You read it to before you considered getting it published?
I'm glad you asked that. No, I do not. And I wanted to make sure that other children would have a chance to read it before it was published. And I am not allowed to have kids. The government said anyone in the military will have to be seared from their nuts up.
Well, Mr. Leon, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but before I met you, I conducted a little bit of research for this interview.
As any interviewer should.
And I contacted your physician, and even though there's the doctor-patient confidentiality report, and it can't be breached, I did a little bit of bribing, and he revealed to me that you have actually been sterile since 1975. So the government has nothing to do with you not having children. You just physically can't conceive them.
I want to hear it, man! Is this room bugged? Is this room bugged?
Calm down.
Interview over. Interview over.